Welcome, Hatori and the world, to They Can't All Be Bangers, Season 2, Episode 8.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Just do.
the finale.
That's right.
Um, I'm Jeremy Herzer,
Yeah.
and I write a song every week with my illustrious partner in podcasting infamy.
Hatori, that's me. Yeah. And I write songs with a lot of dread each week, usually. But actually this one was really fun. I had a lot of fun with this
Same,
one. Yeah.
same. Wow, this deserves a emoji thing.
Oh, wait, that
That's how
doesn't.
much fun I had.
Why did you get? Oh my God, you just got so many layers of that.
That's what it
And
is.
I thought you didn't even just get the regular thumbs up sign. I was.
Mm-mm. I think that has one. Everybody's going to get all the things today.
I'm actually learning now. I'm like memorizing. Not that it ever works for me, but
Yeah.
whatever. Anyway.
It's probably the most, that's probably the most old man, short of me saying no cap and on this podcast, it's probably the most old man thing. It's like, oh, look what I can do.
Cool effects. Look what the computers are doing now.
Look at the robots do. I had a really good time this week too.
Great.
And I finished hours ago, which I don't know about you, but I've been so conditioned to finish all these last minute that I had this like anxiousness with all
Huh.
this free time,
Just like leading up to this
this
meeting,
Zoom session. Yeah. Cause I was like, oh my gosh, I have like 2 hours. What do I?
I could do so much more.
Yeah. I thought about it. I did go back
Uh,
and actually added a few things, but then I was like, I'm done messing with this today. So,
yep,
but it was
yep,
a
yep.
fun week. And it was a fun week because last week we gave each other lyrics that we had written independent of each other.
hmm hmm
You sent me some banger lyrics. Banger, it's like the the flour and the cornstarch and the milk and the eggs, the banger ingredients is what you sent me.
When you first started with flower, I thought you were gonna like talk about flowers, like
Oh,
roses,
mm-hmm.
petals, and stuff, and then it really threw me for a loop with the cornstarch. But
Yeah,
no, it makes a lot of sense now. The
yeah.
ingredient, yes, yes.
That'll be a good thumbnail of you going. Oh. By the way, that's one of my. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, well, I was just gonna say it is. I'm curious when you wrote the lyrics that you sent me, and you sent me
Yeah,
quite a few options, which was super, super awesome. Actually, got my brain turning a lot.
good,
But
good.
like, how old were those? I'm curious.
Um, 7 months, 6, 7 months.
Okay.
I think I had just started counseling or was
Okay.
in counseling or right around that time. I don't want to give too much away before if you. I'm happy to talk about my process of writing that. I don't want to spoil the surprise of your song or anything
So
like that.
I want to check. Oh, dang it. I edited so I don't know. So I'm pretty sure that the lyrics that I sent you were from 2019.
Oh,
They're
pre-pandemic.
old. Yes. Yeah, but
Okay.
I had the actually very fun task of going through all of my old ones. I went through so many that I was like, I can't send this to Jeremy. It's not good
Oh,
enough. So that
oh, come on, come on.
no, I went all the way back to 2019, and finally I was like, this will have to do.
Well,
So
I liked what you sent me, and it was part of the process of, once you get locked into something, that was part of the calculation there is like, okay, once I go down a path with one of these, for your lyrics, I was like, I want to do this right. I want to take it seriously. I want to not punt it to the last minute. So I
Mhm.
really didn't, I knew that if I changed my mind on like Wednesday, I was going to have a hard time. I was going to
Mhm.
struggle. So I was like trying to be very thoughtful about what's the voice here that I can really honestly assimilate and kind of do justice to some Hattori thoughts and lyrics. So,
Ooh, I
yeah,
love. I'm honored.
Well, we'll see if I
See, yeah, I
did
might
that,
hate
but yeah, it's all glockenspiel.
it. Can't wait.
Glockenspiels from around the world. Yeah,
Amazing.
I thought it was a really cool. It's interesting. At least it was for me to step back and think about, because I know the story of where my head was. I don't know the exact day of when I wrote the lyrics I sent to you, but I remember kind of the time and what my life was like and stuff. So it was interesting to step back and read your lyrics and go through the same exercise and just wonder, like, you know,
Yes, I had a very similar experience both reading old lyrics that I wrote, but also reading ones that you wrote because it's
yeah,
like, whoa, I'm a different person now, you know?
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
and without like the context of like exactly what you were feeling or the circumstances surrounding it, the subtext
hmm
of all that, it feels totally different, you know?
yeah,
And when I was reading your lyrics, I was like, well, this could actually go in a lot of different directions. So there was actually a freedom to it because I'm like, I'm not locked into this a certain feeling, you know?
yeah, hmm
Um, I can explore this
yeah,
and a lot of different ways, which was really fun. So
yeah, yeah. And I think that as I was kind of actually just now kind of thinking through that, like that's always what I want with my old lyrics, is I want to
mhm.
go back and see it as a different person, but I can't. I always see it as, you know what I
Just
mean?
remember, huh?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
always see it as myself.
Yeah.
Um,
The plus side of having a terrible memory is
yeah,
everything's new.
yeah.
All
You're like,
the-
man, I was sad once.
You
Huh.
know what's funny? I just saw a clip of Lil Wayne, somebody literally reading him his own lyrics, and he's like he totally forgot that he wrote those
Like,
lyrics.
oh,
He
I
was
was really good.
like, I
That's
want to be like
awesome.
that. Like
That's
that
amazing.
sounds like a fun place to be.
Well, if we keep writing songs every week, eventually we're gonna,
True, that's true. If you write as much as Lil Wayne, then I'm sure
yeah,
you'll forget the lyrics. Yeah.
somebody's gonna pull a song out and be like, and you and I'll be like, it's not, this isn't
Oh.
real. This is AI.
Okay.
All
Who
right,
went
Hatori. Yeah.
first last week? I do not remember.
I don't either. I was trying to think I should have a formula of like whoever's on the left side of the video intro, whatever thumbnail's on the left side, that person went first. But I didn't do that and I don't remember. I will forget.
Yeah, there's no way.
So it's like
Okay.
I'm gonna put my keys in a place I'll never forget them, and then
And then I forgot them.
that's forget them.
My God, you know what I did? I put my keys, I like opened my trunk and I put, because I had my hands full with, kid stuff and other stuff, I put my keys, how do I even explain it? Like kind of half inside of the car, the trunk, where like it's
Oh
like where the top would actually come down. And I just somehow it didn't crush anything. It was
yeah,
just slightly sticking out of there and I just like forgot about them and I lost them. So I was like, where are my keys? They're
you found them
literally,
eventually though, right?
I did. Yeah. I remembered I put them in a really weird spot. And
Oh
it was literally just like hanging out, sticking
yeah,
out my trunk,
there
which
was
doesn't make
a friend of mine posted on Facebook. This was a couple years ago. Um, I got up this morning. My husband had a work trip, and so he was kind of frantically looking for the keys to his car, could not find them. Like, I need you to drive me to the airport. And like, I was frustrated because I didn't have that in my day, this and that and the other. And like, I was grumbling at him. We were mad. And I got home and had the kids around the breakfast table. And I was like, just thought, has anybody seen daddy's keys? And one of the children, it was like not a toddler, but like a little boy, had taken them, had them in a jar, like a mason jar with a lid, and had them under the stairs, like in their little Harry Potter room. So it's like a total impossibility.
you would never find it.
There's never,
Never,
literally.
never. So, oh my God,
Yeah.
the number of times that this is like, especially now that my daughter is 3,
Yeah.
like, like there used to be a time in my life where I'd be like, I can kind of vaguely guess where my things are.
Yeah.
That
You
is
could
not
at least narrow it down.
can narrow it.
Yeah.
There is no narrowing it down when you have a
Yeah.
toddler. She just straight up launches things across the room. She put them inside of her toys,
Yeah.
in her dollhouse. Oh my God. It is so stressful. Anyway,
I love it.
yeah, great. Good stuff.
So yeah, I don't remember who went first. I'm happy to go first or defer
Yeah,
to my
yeah,
friend.
go for it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Come on. I'm so excited.
Here we go, Hatori.
Let's do
Let's make sure we share sound. Okay, Hatori. I'm calling this song
Oh,
Home.
love it.
I took some liberties with your lyrics. I had to write an additional verse
Yep.
because of
Absolutely.
the way I ended up structuring the song, and then I just did a little snipping and sniping.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's not a thing anybody says, but
Snip it is.
snipping, snapping, and I changed the kind of the valence of a few of the lines,
Yeah.
but generally, this is called Home, and I had a great time working on it with your lyrics. So here we
Great.
go. When the blood in my veins find some rest from the pain. Oh, let me go. I'm running free to the voice calling me. Oh, let me go. When my shame has an end, my soul finds a friend. Oh, let me go. I've covered my eyes, and I'm no longer blind. Oh,
That was so beautiful.
Thank you.
Whoa.
I really had a good time working on it.
Oh my God. Okay. So at the very, very end, there was is that your vocal or is it something else?
Which
Oh, like
part?
very high, like,
Maybe this.
yes.
Yeah, I just doubled it and slapped some. I mean, that's two takes, and then I just slapped like a
Sounds
half note delay
great.
on it. Sorry.
It almost sounds
Thank
like a
you.
guitar. I love that.
Yes.
It actually added so much to that. That was
Cool.
so
That
cool.
was an addition today. That was like a couple hours ago. I
I,
I mean, early on, and thank you very much. I really listening back through it. There's a few notes here and there, but generally I was like, oh yeah, I
it is
feel
a
good about.
solid song.
Thank you.
There's an arch to it that I think is so nice. There's like, because it really does start very minory, like
Yeah.
eerie, dark, and then it's almost like the sun rises halfway through. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
I was originally planning on because it's in 5/4, and by the way, I've
I
never
didn't
used the first part is 5/4,
notice.
and
That's
then
incredible.
it shifts to,
Yeah.
and originally the whole thing was kind of in that swingy kind of
Uh-huh.
uh 4/4 but 6/8 feel.
Uh-huh.
Um, but as I was playing it, I was like, I think I want something weirder for the verse. And I
Wow.
just accidentally did it in 5/4 once. I was like, yep, that's it. But I felt like once I brought the chorus in, where that's why I labeled this let's see if you can see this here. I labeled this peak because
Uh,
it's just a little bit of like there's major tonality
mm-hmm.
coming, but I didn't want to like, because I felt like once I go to the chorus, it's
Can't go
kind of
back.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be weird to go
Go back.
back. So,
Mhm.
but I didn't want to just play three verses in a row. Anyways, all that was part of like what I really enjoyed about wrestling with this song. Changing the time signatures. The new session drummer in Logic was really fun.
Ooh, yes.
Uh,
See that
but
out yet.
but I put it in five. I had to put it in 5/8 to kind of get the feel I wanted, which is very hipster. But yeah.
Wow.
And then
That is
I haven't tracked bass in a while, so that was fun too.
sounded
Mm.
beautiful.
Thank you. It was fun.
Just the movement is so good. Um, the effect on your vocals, is that like a flanger or
Yeah,
like
it's
a
some kind of
thickener, some kind?
let's see which one it was. I don't know if I still have that original vocal. Oh, here it is. It's I can't remember the name of it's like a stock Logic
Yeah.
patch.
Oh,
But yeah, so it's got like a
ah,
chorus. There is
for
a delay, and I think there's a flanger in there too, but maybe not,
oh
and a
my God.
reverb.
Gotcha. That's
But yeah,
so cool. It's such a
I just
cool
clicked a bunch of buttons and found something that
effect.
felt
It
cool.
works. It
Thank
really
you.
works. Adds so much texture to it.
It was
Oh,
my voice was a little I did want some kind of gravel in there, but it was listening back through. I was like, oh God, do I need to seek medical attention or something? But I think it added an element, and I
it
wanted
does.
the chorus to feel like to underscore that sense of home, of going home or finding home, and like feel like to go from this kind of unstable minor business with no real discernible. I mean, it's just a couple of walk downs, right? But there's nothing
Mhm.
um, recognizable there. There's nothing solid, and then to just land on the A, boom,
Yeah,
and then 4/4, and
I love it.
um, so that idea came a couple days ago as I was messing around with the guitar chords.
Oh, cool.
So,
So you started with the guitar and you started with the progression and trying to
yeah,
out a melody.
yeah. I guess I started with B minor, but I think yeah, it must have just been that first progression, those first two chords, and then trying to figure out where to go from there. Um, and then I'd had the two the major seven chords, which I really like that shape. I had that in a different just a riff I messed around
Mhm.
with a while back, and because I didn't want to go just so the chorus goes, the verse is, well, actually this too. I don't know if you knew this, but in the new Logic, you can add chord, you can mark out your chords here, up here,
Oh,
which
oh, cool.
they have new for the
Oh, I
session
didn't know
players.
that.
Yeah, I've never used that before.
I haven't either. That's incredible. Oh,
So, and you can see, I kind of gave up at a certain point because I was like,
yeah.
I'm
It's
done.
work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. But I was trying to frame it all out because with 5/4, nothing really lines up. So I was trying to figure out, how does everything shape out? But yeah, so these are the chords for the verses.
So cool.
Um, and then for the chorus, it was A major, then G major 7, then D major 7. So not also, kind of non-diatonic, but in a very pleasing,
Mm-hmm.
I
Nothing
think.
too dissonant, right?
Yeah, it felt really,
Yeah.
and also what I liked about it is it's going from A to G, but the G I play up very high. So it
Nice.
doesn't feel like going down again. Um,
Yeah. So it really acts like what is it, like a seven?
yeah,
That
it is a
like
7. Yep.
it is a seven, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. I
But
love
it
that.
didn't feel that way to me. So,
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
yeah, it was all this weird stuff that I don't do a lot of when I'm writing anymore. It was really fun to kind of turn wrenches, if you know what I mean.
So cool.
Yeah, thank you.
So cool. I love it. How would you describe the experience of writing from other person's lyrics? Like, did you feel like it was hard to to see yourself in the song, or like did it feel like you were writing for somebody else,
Well, there were a
basically?
couple lines in there. It did not feel, I mean, there's obviously a lot in here I can relate to. I think anybody could. And that's great lyrics, right? Is everybody can kind of see that, or great poetry, everybody can kind of see themselves in there a little bit. There was a line in there that I didn't feel like I could. Well, there's a couple things. One is just mathematically, I
Hmm.
had one line too many. And also the line I think was I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Yeah.
And
Hmm.
I was like, I don't think I can
Hmm.
honestly,
Hmm.
you know what I mean? Like
Totally.
it was just of all of the lines I was gonna pull out of there, that's the one that I was like, that's probably not
Yeah.
a
Makes
Herzer
sense.
truth.
Yeah.
And
It's
you and I had already agreed. For anybody who doesn't know, we had agreed. Yeah, you slice and dice the lyrics however you want.
else.
So,
True. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
but
It would
yeah,
be really hard to not change, anything.
yeah,
That'd be crazy.
and
So
I did
so
change one other line too, conspicuously. I think your line was when the blood in my veins finds some rest in the rain.
Mhm,
And there was something about this or
mhm,
that kind of left me unsettled, I guess.
mhm.
So I changed it, and
So
I don't know if that's a good choice or not, but
I think it is. I think it
yeah.
is. Absolutely. So cool.
Thank you
Ah,
for sharing your awesome sauce lyrics with me. That was
goodness.
great.
And you too. I had a blast with yours. You sent me, I
Thank you.
think, four different ones, and
Yeah,
I was so close to doing the geese. The geese. Oh my
there's
God.
still time.
There is, but I didn't.
Did you enjoy reading those?
I did because it just was really good, and I don't think I'm gonna let go of it. Like I'm just
Yeah,
gonna have it just in case, I
please.
have a stroke of inspiration. I might write
Yeah.
a song about this. But yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of what you wrote was also very relatable, very human, very what's the word? Like it was easy to put myself
Oh, good.
in that frame of mind.
Yeah.
Um, let me share.
One other thought, by the way, I had about while you're doing this, you were asking, did I find it easier to work from someone else's lyrics? I shouldn't play the fact that like we spend a lot of time writing lyrics every week.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So just having that piece out of the way day one was really nice. And
Yes.
that constraint in terms of like what's the meter, it very much helped me as I was writing my guitar parts. It helped me
Hmm.
um, organize them around how are these lyrics going to fit, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So I did enjoy that. Yeah.
that's cool.
All
Um,
right. 1-2.
1, 2. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just because
Oh,
it's that's part of the lyrics. But ta-da! Can you see that?
yes. Oh, okay. Okay.
I went with this one,
Yeah.
and it was very
Great.
nice that you've written so much.
Thank you.
Very, very useful. Um, and I kind of went back and forth on like what approach to take. At first, I was like, I could make this a very folky
Yeah.
song, and that was kind of originally what I wanted to do. And then I kind of went to the jazz route, but then I
Yeah.
realized I'm not good enough at jazz to do this. Gave up
No.
on that. And then I came upon a progression, and I've been learning about diminished chords and trying to like, you know,
Nice.
and it's literally just a walk up, but there's a little diminished chord in there. And I was like latched onto it. And I was like, I just have to do this and I have to use it. And when I did that, it completely changed the direction of the song.
Awesome.
And now it is like a power pop ballad.
Come on.
So this is the lyrics that you sent me. And then let me
Yeah.
show you. Mine are over here. Ba-ba-ba. Boom. And it is, I'd say pretty much a piano song.
Okay.
But I did add a little bit of a backing to it. Um, and so I did look, if you can see the lyrics here, I had
Yeah.
to chop it up quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of it had to do with the diminished chord, like walk
Mm-hmm.
up,
Mm-hmm.
uh, because the shape of that just demanded a
Yeah.
certain, you know.
Yeah.
So
I love this already, even what I'm reading.
we'll
I mean, I'm
see.
not surprised.
Oh, please. It was I I actually rewrote these lyrics like 100 times.
Okay.
Like I did it over and over and over again because it just wasn't quite what I wanted it to be. But anyway, here it is. You
One,
ready?
two. All right. I'm ready.
Tell me a tale, sing me a song. You kept it quiet for far too long. What's underneath, behind the veneer? What is it you've been hiding you don't want me to hear? I've kept my word, I've played along. You should know me better by now. If you're going nowhere, then go on, lead the way. We are one, we are two. I give all I am to you. If all my life is what it takes, I'm not giving up. If you go down swinging, then I'm swinging too. Don't care that we're sinking, I'm sinking with you. No one else would need to know I'm the place you need to go. Give me a chance to nod and agree. There ain't nothing new under the sun that I haven't seen. It's you and I that paid that role, and it's the two of us that walk it together and share the load. I've done you wrong and you've done the same. Who are we fooling anyway? We only have each other at the end of the day. We are one, what it takes, then I'm here for the taking. If you go down swinging, then I'm swinging too. Don't care if we're losing, I'm not losing you. We are one, we are two. How can I get through to you? If what breaks you breaks me too, then go on and break me. If you're going crazy, then take me with you. It's now and forever, I'm spending with you. No one else will need to know. I just wanna help us grow. No one else will need to know, but I'll sing about it at my show.
Oh, God, what a beautiful song, Hosanna. I'm
I
not kidding. Like, I got a
usually have,
little emotional.
oh,
That is so beautiful.
I'm always a
Mm,
sucker for those like all in, like, those
yes,
those love song lyrics.
you nailed it with this. Like, I think, man, that chorus just surprised it surprised me having write some of this and
Yeah.
had a map in my mind of where it was going. And then like you really supercharged this into a real story. And like it got me. I think
Oh,
this is so beautiful.
thanks.
And the piano part is just just money. I love how interesting, I couldn't diagnose every one of those chords, but I loved what you did throughout. And there were some nice, again, you're really good at with your melody and then with your playing of like putting in a surprise that you're like, oh, I didn't expect it to go there because she already did it this way. And now we're doing it that way, but they're so good. And
Thank
obviously your backing vocals were mm, mm,
Thank you.
fantastic.
Those are fun. Like, I don't know. I don't even know like what genre you like would consider. It's very pop, right?
Yeah.
It's pop. It's like a different era of pop,
Yeah.
and I don't know how to explain it. Would you like? But it's also like, I don't know. My concern for this was that like it's very much a song structure that is familiar. There's like that how there's like a verse and there's
Yeah.
a pre-chorus that has like a slightly
Mm-hmm.
minery feel, and then it throws itself into a big chorus.
Yeah.
Um that's it's been done a million times, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I was a little concerned if this was like, oh my gosh, is this too familiar?
I mean, here's what I'll say. If you had gone, so I think the song that I wrote this week with your lyrics, I don't think anybody's going to listen to that 5/4 part and
Mm,
and be like, wow, that got me. I'm emotionally like that's not bringing tears to anybody's eyes.
you never know.
This model and this format, again, it's not just the format or the model or kind of the structure, but like you're playing, you're singing, you're arranging, the story you're telling throughout, like all of that fit in kind of something that's a little more familiar from a structure standpoint,
Hmm.
has that ability and that power to
Hmm.
me. So I'm not exaggerating. Like I got a little misty at points here. I think you just sell it such a way vocally.
Mm.
Um, I'm kind of glad you didn't go a different direction with it.
Interesting. Okay,
Mhm.
yeah. So, well, I'm very, very curious because when you wrote these lyrics, did you have a melody in mind, or at least a
No,
cadence?
no,
No.
no. I
Eh,
think what I was thinking for this, like, there's very often I just write lyrics. I have no idea. I just file it away for whatever. But I think for this one, I was thinking of like, guitar dude, acoustic guitar dude at a bar. So
Mm-hmm.
this is, but I mean, infinitely higher and better use. I'm really just like, I'm not stunned because I've come to expect incredible songs and performances from you. So, but I am so like happy I got to hear this song today.
Oh, thank
I mean
you.
that. It just
Thank
really
you. I
is
mean, like
beautiful.
you gave me the flour, the cornstarch,
Don't
the
forget the
butter,
egg.
the
There's an
egg.
egg in there.
You gave it all.
Yeah.
And I think this opening line just like
Mm,
launched it for me.
that's great.
Because it's such a what's the word? It's just classic,
Mm,
like it can go in so many different directions. It's memorable.
mhm.
It's a song. It's a lyric.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's
Uh,
interesting because you know, first lines are often, I don't think I rewrite a lot of my first lines because
Same.
my first line is kind of what ends up propelling me down a path.
Yep.
So,
Yep. Absolutely. And it I think it absolutely worked.
yeah,
Yeah.
man,
This is
go ahead.
fun.
Sorry.
No, I had a blast. This
That's awesome.
give me a chance to not agree.
Oh,
I think you originally had it as a pre-chorus, and I messed around with that for a while, but I was like,
mm-hmm.
I really wanted that to have its own space because it
Mm,
was like, I don't know, like, I don't know what if it was just that thought at the time or whatever, but like that got me. It was just
mm-hmm.
like, don't like don't assume that I'm not gonna get something or that you'll be just like, give me a chance. Just is like such a, I don't know. I was
Yeah.
feeling that this was yesterday, last night, but I was
Yeah.
like,
I love everything you did. I love the way you move things around. I love the net new de novo stuff you wrote. I love what you did with the choruses.
"Mm,
Um, I'm serious. Like I think the language you have in there, if I go down, if you go down swinging, then I'm swinging too. And then further down, um, but don't care that we're sinking. I'm sinking with you. Come on, are you kidding me?
I was like, it's
And then
very, very like, I don't know. It's not cheesy. It's just
it's not
it's
cheesy.
all in. Like, I
Yeah.
don't know.
It
Cheesy isn't the right word, but it's also just like age old, like,
Well, yeah, it's timeless. I mean,
I-
that's, to me, it's timeless. These are the kind of thoughts that we all want to be able to say honestly in our hardest moments in our most cherished relationships, right? This is like this is how we want to think of ourselves, in these situations, is that I want to be the person that my wife can depend on when, and I guess part of this is like, when I wrote some of this, and just to be clear, you wrote those parts, and I think those parts are my favorite part of the song. Um, but when I wrote a lot of this originally, is like I was not in a good place, and I think some of that is me singing to what I wanted, what I would want someone to say to me, right? So I think there's something there, and I do think this is, these timeless thoughts, and if what breaks you breaks me too, is mm, mm.
Mm, mm.
I I
That I have to say though, that last line, I was like the whole song, I was like, I can't wait to get to that part. I'm like,
I was wondering if you would keep it in there.
oh, I absolutely did. I was just like, it's so funny because like it's got a like it's humorous,
Yeah,
it's also like, I don't know, it makes you think. It's kind of this little like little egg,
yeah,
and that just I think adds a lot. I just love that line. I
that's
was
great.
excited about it. So
I'm really honored. No joke. Like I'm really just blown away to be, I mean, to be partnered with you in collaboration on a song, much less a song like this. So
um,
yeah,
you know what?
it's
I
a
feel the
banger.
same
It's a
about.
banger. Couple bangers this week.
We got a lot of bangers for a show called Can't Be All they can't all be bangers. I'll get it
I
right
love it.
one.
What do you think? Will you play this at I don't know how crazy those chords are. Can you execute that live?
Surprisingly not. They sound a lot more complicated than they
Oh,
are.
that's the best.
Um, it's
That's the best.
Yeah, it was actually really, really fun because like all I did really was it's a diminished chord between the 5 and the 6.
Okay.
So I was going, I'm gonna just if you're going from a in the key of C, okay.
Okay.
If you're going from a G as the 5 and to the A minor,
Okay.
climbing up to the A minor, all I'm doing is playing a G, raising the G to a G sharp,
Oh.
keeping the other two notes. And
Oh,
that
is that what makes it a diminished chord?
G sharp, that becomes a G sharp diminished chord. So a diminished chord is just
Oh,
dropped a semitone, right?
I see what you're
I
saying.
thought instead of like thinking of it as dropping, I'm raising the
Yeah, that's
sharp.
smart.
All it is, it's literally just one note, right?
Well, and I love how it gave it that movement.
Yes, right? It's so useful. And then the other one is like at the very end of the chorus. All I'm doing is playing a three. Wait, what was it? Yeah, a 3,
Hmm.
a major 3 to a minor 3. That's it.
Oh, it's funny how
That's
that
it. Such
just ha-
subtle little changes, and it's just
yeah, totally changes the tenor
hmm
of something, and that's a good trick.
it's fun. I know.
I've-
It took me a while to land on that because I was
yeah,
like trying to find all the most versions of it. Turns out simple is better. So
yeah, I love it. Fantastic. Gosh, I'm fired up. I literally cannot wait. I say literally, I'm going to wait. I cannot wait to hear that on SoundCloud. I can't wait. And to listen back to this episode so I get to hear it again.
woo!
Just made me feel really good, Hosanna. Um,
We
I
write
had
good
one.
songs.
What's that?
We honestly like basically all of the songs that we've written so far, I feel like I consider it like a collaboration.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Well, I know there is something about that that's like, I mean, basically what you're saying is we are better than Lennon and McCartney, is what I heard. But there's something about that that's like Hosanna's in the room with me when I'm writing for the week, because I'm going, and it's not entirely, I don't want anybody to misunderstand this. It's not entirely like, oh, I'm writing this song because I want Hosanna to like it, but that's part of it. That's part of the pressure that,
Totally.
propels me to,
Same, because
um,
if I didn't have that pressure, even if it's small,
yeah,
the song wouldn't get done. Like
that's
it
right.
would get written.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just who
Yeah.
I
So yeah, I agree. I mean, I definitely think of this whole process that way, that like, um, we're in this together, and you've been part of all of the creation of all of these songs, even if it wasn't like you and I exchanging ideas or whatever. As a matter of fact, just for anybody who is listening, by the way, one of my friends, hadn't seen him in a couple weeks, and he's like, "Hey, I really liked that hymn that you wrote." And I was like, "When did you?" Because I've played it a couple open mics, but I was like, "Well, how did you hear that?" I know it's on my SoundCloud. And he's like, "Oh, I watched your podcast." And I was like, "Oh, I got to start being a grown up. Real life people are watching."
That's
So,
so
so it's cool though. I mean, it was neat to.
exciting. Okay, you can totally edit this out because it has nothing to
That's
do with
fine.
anything. However, I have been hit up by 2 different rappers who have been like, "Hey, can you make me a beat? Let's collaborate."
Come
I was like,
on.
"In what world like do I make beats?" But I'm like, I
In this
guess I have
one,
to now.
yes.
So that's what I'm doing. I also got another gig. I'm an opener for
Oh,
another rapper. Yeah, I know.
oh,
Yeah, on June 28th or whatever. I have
yes.
kind of crazy. Like this
No,
stuff.
not crazy. Perfect.
It's fun. But like I'm like actually having to sell tickets and stuff, which is surreal.
That is amazing.
Yeah. And it's kind of funny because all of these people that I've met at the open mics, which by the way, is thanks to you. You're the one that like pushed me to like go
Wow.
out and do stuff. It's been incredible. I've met so many people.
It's awesome.
And yeah, like I'm legit like collaborating with people because of that. So
I love it.
it's
I
really
love it. It's the next logical progression. I mean, you are too talented to not have this flourish into something awesome. I mean, what we've been doing is awesome, and what you have done up to this point with your music and your career has been awesome. I think you have put out some dope music. Even some might even say dope ass music.
What?
Sorry, Naomi. But you're too good. You're too good to be to not have more greater heights. So I know that probably embarrasses you for me to say all that and gush over you, but that's how I feel. So I'm fired up for you. It's awesome.
You too. Because wait. You are. I know that you've already collaborated with that one guy, the songwriter, or did he ask you to collaborate? I'm trying to remember.
Oh yeah, we just had a meeting, so I think
Yeah.
we're gonna get back together and try again. But yeah, we'll see how that goes.
Ugh.
He's out of my league. I was playing at a songwriter night. Another gal that I just met recently on the Nashville Songwriters Association meetings, and I sent you one of her songs.
Yes.
And she is super good. And you never know how it's going to translate to a live performance.
Yeah.
By the way, she's awesome in person too. She is so good. And what's that?
She's the one that is at Berkeley.
Yes. Yep. And she's so good. And I was following her on her Insta and like, oh, it turns out she really is the real deal. She's getting after it. Yeah. And then another gal walked in off the street. I've never seen her before. She's new to town and just hit this towering home run of a performance. Great guitar player, incredible voice. And I looked her up on Spotify and she has like 75,000 monthly listeners. I know. I was like, what is happening? So
that's incredible. But like, I don't know, like talent and like attracts other talent.
Yeah.
So they're going to find you,
Yeah. Well, and I'm not, in fairness, I'm not working with any of those people yet, but
you're in the same room as them. And that's a big deal.
Yeah. That's kind of how I feel is like, this is what I need to keep. We both, I think, just need to keep this kind of momentum going, is that you don't know the next person you're going to meet at an open mic who's going to hear you and go like, oh, I want Hatori to contribute a verse, because I know you've done that as well, or a vocal part or a beat, which is awesome. That is awesome. And it wouldn't surprise me if you start writing lyrics for people too. So
really fun. That'd be really dope.
You'd be great at it.
I
had one other topic.
Yes.
Game of bands.
So Phil, please.
We are going to have our submission tomorrow night.
Is it written?
It's written. It's I just got an update about 10 minutes before this call.
You collaborate.
Pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Interesting collaboration. They really liked my lyrics. I thought they were stupid, but
I think they worked actually really well.
Yeah.
Because you can make any lyric good if you sing it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like in the correct context. I would, I say that with the exception of Katy Perry's do you ever feel like a plastic bag? That one, other than that, you can make anything sound good, that's the only one.
Oh my God.
Oh, I shit you not. Our school, what's head?
So funny.
Anyway, my graduation speech started with those lyrics.
Ugh.
I didn't do it. It was the
Ugh.
why can't I? Principal literally read Katy Perry, like pretty much like verse and chorus, read all of the lyrics, and then it was terrible. Anyway.
He's like, no cap, children. Am I right?
Yeah, no cap.
I don't know why you're not quite a zoomer there. Yeah. That's amazing. You're right. That's a stupid lyric. I do want to shout these guys out at IAMKCK. I don't know how to say that. Mekek, and at Koleen, Koleen. They were my Game of Bands buddies for this week. And I think I'll do it again. Probably not this next round because it's like something Yu-Gi-Oh related. And I'm out. I'm out on Yu-Gi-Oh.
You have to watch all of it, just to be like, what the hell are we talking about here?
And actually one of the guys was, we shared our SoundCloud stuff in there, and we were just kind of talking and chatting at the beginning, and they're like, dude, you need to do vocals next time.
Yes.
And I appreciated that, but I also am like, the whole reason I wanted to do this was like, it's either production or lyric writing. You know what I mean? Like,
right. It's a good exercise, right?
yeah. And maybe there'd be value in me doing vocals too, but it feels that feels like I get plenty of practice.
Yeah,
doing
I know.
That. Yeah. So
I would love to just produce a song and nothing else.
Yeah.
No vocals or write lyrics. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. So I might do that another round, but I enjoyed it. And I think my teammates here made it fun and were really welcoming. And so if you're interested at all, I thought it was fun. The thing is, you are going to have to like just be prepared, because one of these guys, Kaoleen, he's really on it. Like, he sends a bunch of notes. He's good. He's a veteran of this thing. So having somebody has to drive. And
Yeah.
I find the producer is a good person for that. So I think had he not been like that, it would have been a different experience for me. But
Makes sense.
now we know.
Very cool. So we have 4 weeks off, which is glorious. I know. I'm gonna
learn 20 songs.
Ooh, damn. All right. I know that wasn't a joke. I know you're gonna seriously do it.
I am. I'm gonna learn. I say learn. I'm also I'm gonna chart them. I'm gonna have chord charts.
Oh, yeah.
But I need to learn songs for my gigs that are coming up. Yes. Because I got like 2-hour sets, you know what I mean? So.
That's yeah. Oh my gosh. I have like potentially 3 more gigs actually that I know and then I've dragged Jordan into it. So he's actually, I know, I'm so excited. Potentially I'm like, we're a little afraid to commit because I'm like, where will we put children, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, we're trying to put together a live show.
That's awesome.
What was I gonna say? But then, okay, so let's see. Today is the 25th.
Yeah. I think I have it on my calendar. When is our next one?
29th is, I think, when we come back. June 29th.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready. And we have an idea. I don't want to say too much, but we have an idea for that one. So
I'm excited about that.
For the big kickoff of season 3. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I mean, to all of our 2 listeners, Mom, thank you. Thank you so much for joining us along this hilarious and mind-blowing revolutionary podcast.
Listen, Hatori, I had a fantastic time this season. I really did. I loved your songs. One of my favorite things about doing this with you is listening back through the episode and being like, and getting to relive all the funny things we talk about, or hear your songs again. It was such a joy.
Always a joy. Always a pleasure. I'm going to see you in a month.
Yeah.
And
have a good month.
You before that, but
yep.
See you next time.
Yep. Hey, I don't know. I was going to say something clever, but I'll see you next time. Thank you.